Morning, family. Hopefully this headset is on and y'all can hear me well. This is an LDBC with an additional with the LDB. I'm calling it the LDTC, Lions Den Trucking Community, family. What up? Morning, everybody. I love that talk. The World Breaker just did. The fact that guys like him was a inspiration to guys like me. And when I say inspiration, I caught the end of before he got off the show and he was talking about what helps being a man in certain communities. A lot of you guys don't know. If you do know, I'm out of St. Louis. I live in a fast city. So when you live in a fast city, you live a fast life. And being that I'm from the ghetto of the city, the projects, I'm accustomed to seeing 13 to 15 big, tall, 13-story high buildings. And so in my community, where you see nothing but crime, gangs, all this stuff around you, but as a kid, you don't see that. And when you don't have fathers in your life, it's hard to figure out what you're supposed to do as a man. You know what I mean? Can you guys hear me okay? 'Cause I'm on my headset. I don't know if it's connected to the live or if you're just hearing me from the phone. Can you put a message in the chat right there? If you guys can hear me okay? Do, fellas, to the LDBC. Indeed, family. Can you hear me okay? I'm trying to see if my headset hooked up to the live. I don't know. I just got one person. So anyway, I'm just piggybacking off my man World Breaker when they fired this morning, man. And I'm saying that it was guys like him that were stand-up guys who didn't get when I was coming up. You know what I mean? We more so lean to guys getting money, fast money. You know what I mean? Seeing them getting all these nice cars, and we thought that was what a man's supposed to be. Nobody sat down to say, hey man, you need to be studying on yourself. You need to be working on yourself. That was our self there. That's what we big up. So when I became a man, I was just living. I didn't know how to be a fucking man. I was just going day by day. Nobody told me the importance of, hey man, dude, you was pretty good in the sports. Why don't you take it to the college level? You know what I'm saying? I ain't had that type of surrounding at all. Shit, I got it how I live. You know what I mean? I didn't sell drugs or nothing like that, but nobody told me to just go college instantly. I seen what my community was doing. Shit, just find a normal job. Just survive. Fucked around and had kids early. You know what I mean? I thought I was a man because I had kids. I didn't even know how to raise kids. All I can do is just piggyback on how I was raised. And if you lived in the projects in a bad community like me, shit, your mother did the best she could. Notice I said your mother, because in my era, there wasn't many goddamn daddies around like that. And daddy came to pick you up, goddamn, shit, every 2-3 months. So as you get older, man, if you don't have that disconnect. It wasn't later until I became, figure out how to become a man. So shit, I signed up. The reason I signed up for law enforcement because 90% of the men in my family went to penitentiary. So at my round table was always penitentiary stories. I'm like, shit, hell, what the fuck, man? You motherfuckers, everybody going to jail? I mean, that's my future, jail? My table was about selling drugs, getting bitches, and going to penitentiary. That's it. Nobody sat there and said, hey, man, fuck this shit, man. Do something else, man. Go to. It was guys like Worldbreaker who were not in my life, but when I took those jobs, I seen those, what we call squares. You know what I mean? I seen how they man, dude, speak full sentence. You know, I'm a city boy, so I got a lot of slang in my language, you know what I mean? So I'm like, well, shit, man. It's either go back to what I'm accustomed to, which I'm just gonna be going round and round in a circle. That ain't getting them nowhere. I see where they at. I seen where they were 5 years ago. I seen where they were 5 years before that, and they're in the same place. I'm like, man, look, dude, I wouldn't do something else. I put money getting them, you know, them nice cars, but 5 years from the point they have that stuff, they never have all that. So, cats never tell you that, man. They never tell you about how that shit don't really last long. Fuck that jail shit. You ain't finna hear me say nothing about my ass been in no motherfucking jail. You know what I'm saying? Even though I did go one time for 3 hours, but hell, that ain't no damn jail time. Shit, fuck out here with this shit. I was just one of them guys that was just a watcher. I watch these guys do their thing. I watch them do this. I watch them do that, and I learn from that. So I still have that. You know, there was square cats, man. You know, I'm like, well, listen, there gotta be something to this. These dudes, you know. They ain't living no lavish life, but they ain't living no bad one either. Somebody took a chance on me, dude. A dude that owned a McDonald's, dog. It was a black man. I'll never forget this, dog. He was 16. I was 16. And he had owned this McDonald's when I was in high school. The dude was like, hey, man, you want a job? I'm like, a job? I ain't used to having no job. I said, listen, man, I'll hire you on the spot, man. Go work at this damn McDonald's. You ain't got nothing going on with yourself. I already know your type. He looked at me and told me he knew my type. Like, damn, dog, what's up with that? You know what I mean? I wasn't no thug guy. I wasn't no bad guy. I may have thug tendencies. You know what I'm saying? Because of where I'm from. Every guy that grew up in the projects like that, dog, had some type of thug tendencies. You may not been a full thug and did thug shit, but you got thug tendencies. Because if you don't know how to goddamn handle yourself in a community like that, you get fucked up and ran over. So I did that through a little bit through high school. So again, with no male figure in my life like that, I didn't know what the fuck I was supposed to do when I graduated. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, shit, I want to go to school, but just too lazy-minded to really want to go. Like, man, I mean, what's my end game if I go to college? Like, nobody in my era or in my surroundings went to college. So I didn't see the benefits of going to college. So I'm at this job, and I see dude, he the only black male role model I can call, really. He was my boss. So he sat me down, and he said, listen, man, what's your plan, dog? What's your 3-year? What's your 5-year plan? I remember in high school, they was always talking about, oh, you got to have goals. You got a short-term goals or long-term goals. It was easy to say, and you nodded your head like, yeah, I know what this short-term, long-term, that's what's up. But in reality, nobody wasn't feeling that shit and applying it to your life. So I get to the point where I graduate high school, it's like, damn, what the fuck am I supposed to do now? I just want to be on my own. I want to be grown. So dude say, listen, man, since you don't know what the hell you want to do with your life, let me send you to school. I'm like, school? He said, no, it's not your traditional school, man. This thing here is called McDonald-Land College. It's a 12-month program, man. And it'll at least give you some type of trade while you're trying to figure out what you're supposed to do. At least let me do that. I'm paying for it and it's free. And I'm like, free? I'm still gonna be working, right? Yeah, I'm still gonna be working. Who knew that when I graduated, the people I was staying with was gonna escort my ass across town to this apartment complex, right? Now it's a little studio apartment. Like I ain't ever been there, and I'm like, who fucking leaves? Who live here? Like I don't know anybody here. So we get to this place. They get a key out their pocket, open the door. There's a vacant apartment. Like, damn, somebody got a vacant. What the hell supposed to go here? They said, no, this your apartment. I'm like, damn, they kicking me out. Like, what the motherfuckers kicking me out? Like, y'all kicking me out? Hey, it's time for you to figure out what you need to do. And the only way you're going to figure out what you need to do is that you need to get on your own and figure it out. Now, these just folks outstanding. Like, I had ran away from home at 17, and I lived with these folks that lived by my high school. I knew I was going to graduate high school. And fuck that. Because in that badass community, man, I just got tired of seeing death. Death all the time, man. Death. So at least in this community where I'm from, you know, at least in the community where I ended up going, there was none of that stuff. So I ended up doing it. Man, got that apartment. I took that part-time. They made me full-time. I went to school the rest of that time. And 12 months later, man, I became this damn salary manager at fucking McDonald's. Like, what the fuck? McDonald's? So yeah, man. Did that McDonald's deal, and I remember how proud I was when I got that certificate, because I'm not doing the same old what I'm accustomed to. So I'm doing something different. So I did that job for a year, dog. I did that job for a year. And the only reason I only did it for a year, it might have been about a year and a half, is because at 20, I was bored. Like, damn, man, you know, I'm a 20-year-old, I'm telling a bunch of grown-ass people in their 20s, 30s, and 40s working at McDonald's and shit. I'm like, man, I got to get better than this, man. We stuck in the store all the time. It was great money, dog. More money than I was custom making. So I took that gig and I said, you know what? I don't know. Maybe I ought to do something else. I just didn't know what that was. One day, this goddamn young boy walked in with the same. He about a year or two older than me. He walked in and he had on this goddamn uniform. Officer of the law uniform. Dude was looking sharp in the motherfucker. I said, damn, dog. You don't look much older than me. He's like, yeah, I'm 22. I'm like, damn, for real? I'm like, well, I'm from, we ain't custom seeing no laws, dog, but tell me a little bit about that job, man. Tell me about all the benefits and shit. He had great benefits. Salary was good, and told me about how you had to go to the academy and how all the physical shit you did in the academy. I'm like, some sports type shit? I'm like, man, sports type shit? So I'm like, oh shit. I don't know if they gonna hire me. Goddamn Eddie felon. Shit, they had been saying that if you're a felon, or if your parents felon, there's a chance you may not get hired. I was like, fuck it. I put that application in, and sure as shit, they drugged my ass in. They drugged my ass into the academy. The only reason they let me in because I was 20 and a half. And I had to turn 21 before I got off the academy. So I'm like, cool. And that's how I got off into that shit, man. And I started working the projects where I was from. Now, I didn't go through the full academy and become a commissioned officer, but I was one of them like housing police. You know what I mean? So that shit was cool, man, to give back to the community where I was from. You know what I mean? So that's mostly what I did for 10 years, man. Before I got off into this trucking deal, before I became that LDTC, that line there trucking community. You know what I mean? So all my 20s, man, I gave it up to, officer of the law. It made me a mean-ass kid, man. Hey, somebody just chimed in. Can you put in the comments if you can hear me on the headset? Do I sound low? If I sound low, that means you just hear me from the phone. So I was just recapping, man, on things that helped me be a man. You know what I mean? I hear guys always talking about, you know what I'm saying? I had kids, you know, and I became a man when I had kids. But hell, if you don't know how to be a man, how you gonna raise kids? How you gonna raise your son, your daughter, or mostly your son how to be a man, or even raise a child if you don't know how to be a man? You know what I mean? So I was just ashing on steps that helped me get to where I am now. You know what I mean? Especially when having kids. You know what I'm saying? So it was like I had help along the way. I ain't have no male figures. I mean, no male figures. No granddaddy, no daddy, no uncles. I ain't got no older brothers, none of that shit. You know what I'm saying? Them were just my mama and the motherfuckers I had to look up to and find my role model. At least my mama instilled that into me to be strong enough to seek out a male role model. You know what I'm saying? So that's what it was with me, man. You know, I got off into that law enforcement, man, and my peers, the older men who I work with, my captains, my lieutenants, you know what I'm saying? Them cats pretty much helped me be a man. And they look, they straight up told me, listen, man, if you don't be a deadbeat, motherfucker, we gonna lock your ass up myself. Oh my God, they called me a deadbeat. I was like, no, I don't want to be a deadbeat, dog. I don't want to be a deadbeat. And so, you know, along them journeys, man, I seeked out what older men was telling me and how they lived, and that's how what helped me be a man. Cause I was 21 when I had my first kid. You know what I mean? Had another kid that my girl had, and I was raising kids, and I didn't even know how to raise those motherfucking kids. I pretty much raised kids based off the memory of what my mama was doing to me and my brother. Now, what I found out that, you know, everything wasn't, you wasn't supposed to mimic everything because it was a different era. You know what I'm saying? I'm used to getting my motherfucking ass whooped when I act up. You know what I'm saying? I think my era may be the last era of going to snatch that switch out and beating your ass silly. Breaking that goddamn broomstick and chopping your ass up. Shit. Balling the fist and caving you in your fucking chest. But hey, that's what I knew. So what happens? I mimic what I knew. My wife went, hold up. You know, I ain't really from up north, right? I'm from the south. So we kind of was raised two different ways, you know what I'm saying? And my wife had to pump brakes on me because I'm used to mimicking, you know, how us projects kids was raised. It wasn't a project person that I knew wasn't getting that same goddamn ass whooping from their parents. You know what I'm saying? Getting cussed out. You know what I'm saying? My mama just did the best she could. You know what I'm saying? Being young, she wasn't taught how to raise no kids. So quite naturally, she didn't know how to raise kids young. She didn't know how to transfer that to me so I can know how to raise my kids young. I just raised my kids based off the memories of how I was raised. Again, there was no male. I had a daddy, but my daddy, goddamn, he was in penitentiary all the time. All the male role models around me that I thought were role models went to penitentiary all the time. So, you had to get it how you live it, man. So, being 2021, even all the way up to I was damn near 25, I struggled being a man. I didn't know how to be no fucking man. I thought I was a man because I had kids. I was going to work. I was, you know what I'm saying, I put food on the table, you know, in part. That's the beginning of a man, but I didn't know how to raise my kids. I wasn't a full man. I was just a grown adult. And because I wasn't causing, you know, havoc in the area like that, you know, I figured, hell, shit, I gotta be a man. So, my superiors, man, those older guys that put me on game, you know, those guys were community officers. It wasn't none of that goddamn me snatch a motherfucker out their damn shoes and doing motherfuckers wrong. I didn't see that shit in my era. So when I see motherfucking police right now, goddamn me smoking motherfuckers, you know, that's murder. You know what I mean? That's complete murder. We did hands and feet. A lot of times we brought you back to your damn door. Mainly because we didn't want to do motherfucking paperwork. But that's that. This is this. So I was just piggybacking off my man World Breaker, man, and that was some real shit. He was talking, you know what I'm saying? Like, a lot of things you go through, man. If you don't have male role models, man, seek to a person that don't mind talking to you. If you're a type of person that don't like to talk and you think that's some lame man shit, just peep them out from a distance. See how he living, man, and kind of incorporate it into yourself. It worked for me. Shit. I'm just saying, it's more than one way to get positive role models in your life. It don't always have to come in your bloodline. It can come from, business owners. It can come from just normal guys who were raised right. Like, damn, dog, you talking a foreign language to me right now. I don't know how you was raised, but this is how it was for me. You know? So I just wanted to, chop it up a little bit, man, and let you know, man. But I was feeling World Break on this shit. And, for me, I had to seek out my role models. And those role models, the way I did it, led me to where I am now. Because each person that came upon my journey helped me strive for something great in my life, which in return helped me raise my family. My wife family, me and her family, they were some stellar guys, but most of them were from Mississippi. And they them southern guys. I ain't from the South, even though my bloodline is from the South. I'm like one generation from even being from Mississippi, but I just wasn't raised Mississippi ways, so I didn't know that. So meeting a lot of them guys, which in particular her daddy, which was a truck driver, which molded me into doing this. Me and my wife is two different things, you know what I mean? She was raised one way, I was raised pretty much in the gut. You know what I'm saying? So if I can rise from the ashes, you know what I mean? Even if I made a mistake, I don't even question I'll still be right here. Because it's just in me. It's in me to seek out for, seek out more than what I'm accustomed to. More than what I was accustomed to. So, being from the projects, seeing death, crackheads, seeing all this kid shit. It was amazing that what my mother did, and I didn't realize what she was doing. You don't need your badass male role models that you call role models to help groom the other way. And she was telling me this stuff, but I didn't realize she was telling me this stuff until I started going through it. And like most teenagers, like most young goddamn 20, 21-year-olds, didn't want to listen, left home, and it ended up coming full circle anyway. I still end up doing it because I wanted to make more money. Down, I was making shit, even at McDonald's as a salary manager, I still was making more than them cool butt ass cats in the hood on the damn corner. Like, damn, dog, what you do this week? Oh man, I did about 400-500. I don't used to know big deals. I'm used to seeing big hustlers. 400-500, they good. 400-500, man, I'm doing that every 2 weeks. Fuck out of here. Got into law enforcement, you know what I'm saying? It wasn't a full police type deal, but it was called housing police, which we did the same job, but we just wasn't commissioned officers. We only had to go to the academy only 2 months. To be a full commissioned police officer, you have to go there for 6 months. And so, that job right there helped me get out of trouble. Ooh, you know what I want to bring up? I want to bring up that thing with Terrence Crawford and his mother. That right there, dog. I started shaking my head because I know that mother. I know that mother real well, man. And the way she did Terrence Crawford, I guess in her defense, when his dad not around, and he probably was a motherfucker like me, bad as shit, and she just didn't know how to really deal with him on a full-time basis like that. So she went around the community, let dudes whip his ass and shit. What she didn't know is that energy that was inside him, that badness, all you did was make him act on what he really wanted to do, which was hurt people. I say this because that temperament he had, I had that same thing. Is why I left home at 17. I'm like, man, I'm not staying home, man. Fuck this shit. I'm out. Because I was just a badass little boy. I was just bad. And I hear Terrence Crawford, mama, say that all the time on that interview. Like, he was just a badass boy. And what she ended up doing was pushing him into something, which I'm glad it worked out for him, to something that was, that can match that energy he had. Like, when I see Terrence Crawford, I say, yeah, that motherfucker, without boxing, that motherfucker would be in trouble. Because he looked like he just offered to some shit. And like Terrence Crawford, see how many kids he got? 5 kids, right? Terrence Crawford got 5 kids, right? I did that same shit. No, I'm just bad knucklehead motherfucker. I ain't want to listen. I want to do how I did, period. I ain't want to listen to what nobody had to say. Again, because I didn't have that role model in my life. And being that I was so mean, unlike Terrence Crawford, I didn't get into boxing. I got into that law enforcement. That law enforcement would help control and mask that negative energy I had. So I applied it to something. Just like my man Terrence Crawford, he applied it to boxing. He made a shitload more money than I did, but you know what I'm saying? But I just, you know, I ain't feeling that shit, dog. I ain't feeling that shit. I'm sorry. I ain't feeling that shit. You gonna take me around the community and I'm already bad as fuck. Let's say I'm a little timid at first. And then the first fight I get into, I bust a motherfucking nose, right? I say that part right there because my auntie did that too. Like, I was a kid that didn't like to fight. I was just bad. So, like Terrence Crawford mama, my auntie did that same shit. And when I busted this dude's nose in front of the house, it did. When you train a pit bull, and then you don't show that motherfucker no love, you just throw that motherfucker in the cage, and all you do is just let it. It's gonna get mean in the. And so when I in that blood, I looked at my hands, I'm like, I thought I was a shit. You know what I'm saying? Now I want to go whoop some ass, right? And she pretty much planting that badass seed inside him. And I'm so glad dude got into boxing because myself, and I got into a lot of fights like that, you know what I'm saying? Because young, when I was 7 to 8 years old, and my auntie loved for me to fight like that, I just, rather than dealing with just talking to a motherfucker, if we get into it, just, I'm gonna buck off on your ass. That's just how I was. I was littlest motherfucker, you know what I'm saying? I'm little. Motherfucker, 50 pounds, fuck out of here. I'm over there and make that temper in me just get pissed off all the time. Like I was always angry and shit. And I just didn't know why. Mainly because of where I'm from the projects. I'm seeing all this bad shit all the time. And that fighting shit was my way out. It was my release. So I'm glad I got into law enforcement, man, because as I got older, that temper got worse. Again, with me having that temper, I knew I was going to be heading towards that penitentiary. You know what I'm saying? They already told me, like, listen, sending me and your family, man, penitentiary or dead. It's just what it is. So I'm like, damn, dog, I I gotta find something to match this energy into. And that law enforcement, man, that shit, I believe that shit saved my life. You know what I mean? So what them cats end up doing was sticking me in a community where I can go channel that energy. Here it is, you got motherfuckers gang banging and, you know what I'm saying, the lowest motherfuckers of the earth that's causing havoc in a community. So they took a bunch of guys my age and they mixed us up with them type of dudes. You know what I'm saying? So that shit right there lasted for 3 years with me goddamn mastering that energy. It was a lot of fun for me. It made me fucked up in the head. And it also, you know, to add to that temperament I had, man, that was not good when dating chicks. If you ain't been taught how to be a man, then you already know with that badass attitude what's gonna happen when you start dating. Because the minute a goddamn woman start talking to you sideways, what you gonna do? Snatch that motherfucker out of her feet, right? You ain't been taught shit. You just figuring it out. I knew that I couldn't go too far because that law enforcement shit I was into. I knew that I had to be held at a different standard than because many times my girl, boy, I wanted to fuck her ass up. Even though when that motherfucker hit me and shit, my first reaction, fuck this motherfucker up. You know what I'm saying? I wouldn't raise with no goddamn respect. My mama ain't tell me goddamn if a woman hit you, don't hit that woman back. And I don't give a fuck what she do and all this old shit. Man, fuck that shit. I'm about to beat the brakes off this motherfucker. But that law enforcement held me back. Plenty of cats down there, you know what I'm saying, was on some old shoot 'em up. I knew they was like that. And I wanted to engage in that shoot 'em up with them. But again, being law enforcement, it stopped me from being that way. I was a wild boy. Even though I had numbers of shootings down there, motherfucker, I was just a wild boy. That law enforcement saved me more than one ways than one, man. So, after years of going through that, I settled down, got promoted, and I wanted to do something else with my life, man. Here it is, I found myself being at that McDonald's stage where I was trapped in this building, telling a bunch of older people what to do. I wanted something else, man. That job requires me to stay in Missouri only, and I wanted to see the world. I wanted to do something else. I mean, that job paid $50,000, $60,000 a year, which was great money for, you know, a guy in his 20s that has 2 kids. It's when I had that third kid, it's like, okay, I'm gonna have to make a little bit more money because it takes money to raise kids, man, straight up. And I wanted to do something where it wasn't gonna take me away from my family like that, but I took a risk. I jumped into that trucking game, and it was relaxation, man. It was relaxation. It killed that fire that was in me, that wanted to cause chaos, that made me want to put on that goddamn Punisher gear. You piss a man off bad enough, man. You gonna push that man to put on that gear that look like the Punisher and shit. You coming to my house, I'm gonna fuck you up in your whole household, the whole block. And then I'm gonna fuck up the zip code and then the city. You piss a grown man off long enough, man, that's what's gonna happen. But I found this trucking thing, man, and this is my new love, man. I've been doing this shit technically 14 years. It's been quite 15, 14 years now. And it was fun at first, you know, because I'd never been to a lot of cities before. So it was cool to see different people, customs, how they speak, how they eat, their whole swag deal, different from what I'm accustomed to. So it was cool seeing all that, man. After a while, it just became a job. At the point where I figured it's just a job, you know, paying, it only, I mean, at that point it paid about $9 to about $1,200, depending on, hey, what's good, y'all, what's good? And it pays between $9 to about $1,200, depending on the carrier you sign on to, you know. it's a good, solid, decent living. And I thank God that my mother was strong enough to instill something in me that I didn't know was in me, which was to seek out other solutions, other ways of finding what you're looking for, other than looking at just drugs and habits. That McDonald guy, my sergeant lieutenants on the police department, helped me around the step was ended up coming around. He wasn't like my dad, but he was a different father. You know what I'm saying? He was the truck driver that was just always gone. And when he hit me on this shit, I was like, well, listen, this may be the one for me. Because I've done so much stuff to my city, I can't just go work at any job. Like, I can't go back and work at McDonald's. I can promise you, because I've probably done something in that city. I can't city picking up passengers. I promise you, it ain't gonna be no stuff between me and that person. So, my choice in doing law enforcement, you know what I mean? Besides, it ain't a lot of good, decent living, man. And especially if you're young and you got the time to invest in this business, at least 2 to 3 years. So basically, if you're 21, 22, 23, 2 to 3 years from the point where you start this job, you know, I already said $900 to $1,200 in those 3 years. That's decent money to anybody. When I go home and I talk to regular people, because people who don't do what I do, I call them regular people. Like, you get up in certain hours, whether you work a third shift or not. You go home every day and you spend time with your family, with your girl, you know what I'm saying, with your friends. You have access to do anything that you can do around your house more than I do, okay? I'm not accustomed to being home every fucking single day. This road, this truck, this is my penitentiary on wheels. And I call it that because I'm in four corners all the time. This is my hustle right here. So after the 3 years, you can invest, man, save up your little money and get your own truck. If you choose to want to elevate your game. A company guy, some people love being a company guy. Some people love being a company guy, and there's nothing wrong with being a company guy. If what you're doing, you love and you're happy, I see myself just elevating all the time. I'm never at ease and just sitting still. So it took me 6 years. I'm putting you on game. It only takes 3 years. No one told me about this part of the game. They just told me about the trucking part. Even throughout the country, when I was talking to different people, nobody wanted to talk about what it takes, what comes with being an owner-operator as a truck driver. They just say, no, man, it's decent money. Oh, you should just get your own truck. But they never broke down what that means. And really what that means is you're no longer a truck driver once you buy your own truck. You're no longer a truck driver. You are an owner-operator. This is your business, okay? When I hear 78 and them talking about getting together and doing all that stuff, I'm like, hey, man, give me a shout out, man, because if y'all talking about moving whatever y'all need to move down to a mutual city, hey, call me up, dog. This is my own business. I can go to wherever y'all live at, wherever they from, load up, we can mob to where you at. That's my choice. That's why I went and bought my own truck and trailer. But getting back on point, after 3 years, man, and you tired of just making the same old money, and that's really why I pulled the trigger on getting my own truck, because it's a difference, man. It's a difference. $900 to $1,200 a week is a lot of money to a lot of regular people. But if you in this game and you've been doing it for a while, man, you're gonna want to make more. So getting your own truck, the difference in the pay is double, triple, sometimes 4 times. And we're not talking about monthly, every 2 weeks. We're talking about weekly. That right there can change anyone's circumstances. Hell, $900 to $1,200 a week can change a lot of people's circumstances. So imagine twice, 3 times, 4 times the amount. Hey, I'll tell you what just happened, right? Being that I'm a knucklehead, and it takes me a while to really do things, right? So I've been doing this owner-operator thing since 2010, right? But again, I was happy that I was making double what I was accustomed to, right? As owner-operator, I only made double. You know, me and my wife, we happy, you know what I'm saying? Walk around the house, you know, we like Bernie Mac and shit, you know what I'm saying? We do some hard fighting around this motherfucker. We happy and shit. We elevating our game. We done move. We got a bigger place, you know what I'm saying? But ain't nobody told me about what it means about ownership. The ownership part about owning the house was similar to like owning my truck. But it took me a while to figure this out, right? So after 5 years of just fucking off money, just being content on what we were doing, we're like, okay, we got decent money, got $2,300 a week coming in, we straight, you know what I'm saying? We don't need nothing else, we're straight. Man, look here, I sat down with a real owner-operator that finally sat down and told me, this is even after I was owner-operator, and told me I ain't making shit. I should be looking at my business like a company driver. Oh my God. I transferred what this man told me, and I went back and told my wife, and she said, damn, we've been fucking up. I'm like, yeah, we've been fucking up, man. We've been fucking up. So we both sat down, man, and then it was then we chose to go ahead and get our crib. Now, for me, I don't believe in mortgages. It's just how I am. I don't believe in car payments and all this shit, right? That's probably why I'll never spend $30,000, $40,000 cash unless I get into the fight game and get me a quick check or some shit. So that's what we end up doing, man. We end up saving enough money, and the only reason we saved up enough money is because that owner operator sat down and told me how my business is supposed to be ran for real. That elevated that game from just making that 23, 25 to 35 to 4 grand. I'm like, I ain't never made this type of money before. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, damn. I told my wife, I said, it's time. We stacked that bread up, went on here to pay cash for an old house. We fixed that goddamn house up. Shit. And here we are. Fast forward to today. Look, that's all I do, man. I just do regional. I bounce from Kansas all the way to Ohio, man. You know what I mean? We ain't hurting for nothing. We ain't rich, nothing like that, but shit, I can go home anytime I want to. And it was all because of this trucking game, dog. The owner-operator part for me. You know, if I choose to want to work a week, take off a week. Work a week, take off a week. It's there for me. So, hopefully, you know, that the owner-operator part help some of y'all out there. You know what I mean? But it's what helped me. And I thank God that I found that male role model that I was seeking, role models with plural, to help me get to my journey. You know what I mean? Even to this day. You know, I take everything that I've learned and I transfer that down to my youth, to the males in the family now. You know what I mean? And explain to them how I got there, and you don't have to seek out that. You have me. You can talk to me. If something going down with you, hey man, call me up. Let's talk about it. Let's work out some things that, you know, that'll better you in the future. You don't have to think with your sleeves no more. Punching things. You know, slapping a woman, because this is what all the consequences gonna come with it. You know what I mean? So, you know, I just wanted to chat it up a little bit, man. And what is it? 6:47 Central Time. I just want to give my part on that, man. I hope this helps someone out there. And it's your boy Swab House Boxing, aka Swab Dog. I'm out. Thanks for listening.